So, hi guys, I'm Harshit. Uh, Today in this video, I'll talk about how Deloitte actually conducts drive in our CBIT campus. For that, we have Prem here. So, hi Prem.
Hi Harshit.
So, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. So,
Yes.
Prem, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Prem. I recently graduated from CBIT in the stream of information technology. So I'm currently doing as analyst in Deloitte USA.
So Prem, could you explain how Deloitte conducts drive in our CBIT campus?
So first you have one online assessment. It consists of three sections. So basically you have aptitude, one small technical questions, and then in the third section you will have two programming questions. Okay. After that online assessment, the shortlist will be given in 2 3 days and 2 to 3 days. Then you will have one-on-one interviews in our campus itself.
So, what kind of questions do they ask in the technical assessment? So, you mentioned that there will be three rounds, three sections, right? So, what are all
Yes.
sections? What are all questions did they ask in the technical assessment?
So so in the first section you will have aptitude questions, basically small English grammar questions. In the second, you will have technical questions based upon DSA or operating systems, such kind questions. In the third section, you will have programming questions, two coding questions. So each section you have a certain amount of time, like first section will be half an hour. After that, you can't go to that section and
Okay,
you can't move forward to another section while you are writing one particular section. So for
okay,
the final section, you will have 40 or 45 minutes of time. I think around 1 hour to 45 minutes you will have of time. You have to complete it in that time.
okay.
Yes.
So, like in the third
If
section, we'll be having two questions of programming, right?
yes, yes.
Like how the questions will be in the third section.
Yes, I remember one of the questions got to in my online assessment was, so there will be an employee and his phone number, employee name and his phone number. You have to generate an employee ID which consists of first as his first name and then later first four digits of his phone number.
Okay.
So it's basically a string concatenation question. So you will can come across these kind of questions. You can expect easy to moderate kind of questions in the online assessment.
Okay. So once we
Yes.
are done with technical assessment, we'll be moved to interview round, right?
Yes, you will be moved to interview round.
So
So
how many rounds are
y-
involved in the interview process?
yeah, for us it was only one round. It consists of both technical as well as HR round. So there will be total of 10 panels. So each member will be sent to different panels. We don't know what panel we get.
What questions did they ask you in the Deloitte interview?
I was first asked with my introduction. So you have to tell your introduction, your education, and then your projects, what you have gone through.
Okay.
You have done your previous semesters, and then your if you have any hobbies and personal dinner, you can tell them in the end.
So
Yes,
basically the general thing which you mentioned in the resume will be asked at first, right?
yes. Introduction itself, you can give the overview of your resume. In my interview process, first he asked about my project. About my
Okay.
project, he said, explain your project and what are the tech stack you have used in the
Okay.
project.
Okay.
And I explained each tech stack
Okay.
used in the project. Yes.
Okay. So did they ask any questions regarding DSA in your interview?
Yeah, for me it was not about DSA, but he after that the project section was completed. He gone through the skills I have mentioned in the resume. So he
Okay.
asked me about what is your favorite subject, or I said about DBMS and SQL. Then he
Okay.
asked one of the query to write on the paper. We have pen and paper. You can write there. So the
So
query I was asked was mention the sixth highest or nth highest salaried person in the employees table. Yes,
okay.
that was the question I asked.
So like after completing SQL thing, what did they ask?
Yeah, after SQL, he asked about um, in the resume I have mentioned about hackathons. So he asked about my hackathons experience. So if anyone have gone participated in the hackathons, you do mention it. It will do
Help.
have weightage in that. It
Okay,
will
got
help
it.
in that. Yes. So my friends they asked about DSA, basic DSA questions. So like you can expect you can write the so one of my friends got asked about write the Fibonacci series code on the
Okay.
paper,
Okay.
and some of the members got about linked list, right? How
Mhm.
to reverse a linked list or
Okay.
how to print a linked list. Yeah, those kind of questions are
So like
asked.
the basic standard questions from DSA, right?
Yeah, basic standard questions upon arrays, upon strings, and upon linked list you have, right? The
Okay.
basic questions are asked.
So like, do we need to write a code or do we need to execute in laptop or kind of things in the interview?
No, there will be no execution at all, but you
Okay.
have to write the basic pseudo questions. You can explain them the logic. After that,
Okay.
they will ask us to write the pseudo code on the paper itself.
Oh,
Your
okay.
yes.
Okay. Okay. Like, how did you prepare for the interview? Did you use any particular resources or strategies?
So basically, I do competitive coding,
Mhm.
and I did my projects myself with the other friends in my semesters. So those projects and my competitive coding helped me in the interview process. So whatever the projects you do, you give 100% in projects. Those can help you in.
So like, did they ask anything about Deloitte company in your interview?
No, not particularly,
Mm.
but you can research in the Google. You can know about what Deloitte is. It's just a consulting company. You can say that.
Okay. So like what's the one piece of advice you'd give to someone who's preparing for interview this year?
Yes, you can expect. So in my situation, they didn't ask me about the DSA questions, but you can expect in your in interview. It all depends upon the interviewer. So you can prepare yourself for writing the code, basic DSA questions, and be prepared for the behavioral questions. So you can find them in the interview bit, whatever the questions are there in that profile. You can check all those. You can write.
Yeah. So thank you, Prem. Thank you for your time. It helps our juniors to crack Deloitte interview.
Yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
Harshit, and everyone. All the best.
If you have any questions, please put in the comment section. We'll try to clear it as soon as we can. Yeah.